Yeah. Oh my god. This thing looks freaking amazing. Now this right here, this is worth a subscription. Man, I know I can be annoying. I know I get overwhelmed with projects. I know I kind of sound like Kibbitz a little bit sometimes, but this right here, being able to design stuff, oh, I'm just that good. Oh my god. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. And in today's episode, we are going to finish this battery factory if it's the last thing I do. So if you recall from the last video, we got 20 manufacturers making us 1,500 batteries per minute. Then we set up a couple assemblers, 2 over here and 3 over here. That's going to get us our wire as well as the alclad aluminum sheets. We got this set up on 5 different floors on either side because what I am going for, I'm going to come over here so you can see it just perfectly. I want to build a symmetrical build. Whatever's on this side is also on this side, and it's going to be glorious. And if you recall, we also have the plastic setup in the center where we're doing some crazy plastic setup where you have to turn heavy oil residue into fuel, and then of course you turn the fuel into plastic and rubber, and then you turn that plastic into more rubber, and you take all the rubber and then you shove it down there and you make plastic with the fuel, and it's amazing. Go see the last video and realize it's half an hour long and you're like, I got other things to do. Alright, yeah. But anyway, in today's episode, we are going to finish everything out. I still got my lovely little setup over here. Now this is for the bauxite and aluminum scraps and whatnot. All this stuff over here. So everything is looking pretty good. So the majority of the machines are up and running. Even got in some of these lovely little drone ports so we can start getting material into here, because I don't want to just bring everything in a train or anything like that. I'm thinking if we bring everything in drones and make batteries, you see what I'm thinking? Then the batteries just go back in. It's a whole ordeal. But anyway, we're gonna keep working on this. My next part of this thing is I gotta get the top set up with some more drones, as well as start working on a little decoration so this doesn't look like a giant, well, just floating floors and whatnot. We gotta give this thing structure. We gotta give this thing some pizzazz. Alright, so here's what I got going so far. So I added a little bit of a decoration, trying to figure out how to do this top part before I start working my way down. Because I want these drones to look really cool and also have like a really nice platform for them. So here's what I did. Luckily, you can actually use 2 foundations to put this drone port on and have the rest of it kind of hanging off, which is really cool because I love this little extra bit that's off here. Oh, it looks so cool, especially when you put a bunch of them right next to each other. Hell yeah. So of course, the way that I got this set up is I'm thinking I can have a bin here, that's going to be for half of them, as well as a bin over here for the other half. So everything comes in, gets split off in this one, and then basically they just go into the bins, fill up a bin, as well as a nice little drone port, and we have extra to go. And then of course it just goes down and keeps splitting them off. So that way these here in the front are going to get nice and full first, and then the ones in the back start getting full. And then when I need drones, I'll set up each little drone thing and I'll be like, okay, this will be, battery outbound. I should probably spell better. Outbound A or something like that. And then we'll take from A and then go to B, C, D, E, all the way down. Now this lovely little spot on here fits about, I want to say 24 of these. Yes, so we got 12 on there. So we got all 12 of these and then 12 on the other side. So we got 24 drone pads here on the top, which is pretty nice. Then I built this lovely little bad boy over here. Now this is going to drop off my oil. Now, of course, you're like, wait, Chaos, you can't bring oil in on a drone, silly. Well, in its liquid form, you cannot. But if we unpackage it, you sure as hell can. Also, I learned something really neat about the packagers, so take a look at this thing. So a regular package oil into unpackaged for the crude oil is going to be a 60 for 60, but if we're actually packaging it, it's only a 30 for 30. What the hell's up with that? This thing can unpackage faster than it can package? No bueno. But anyway, it's going to unpackage and go into the nice little setup, and that's going to go in while we have another floor underneath that's going to take care of the bottom ones. Then the empty containers are going to come up, go in to each one of their own little drone ports. And then we basically have, you can see, we'll have an incoming and an outbound and whatnot going, and we'll have all the containers and the oil in each one. Gotta say, not bad, but I still gotta find some more placement for even more drone ports, because I still need the bauxite to come in, as well as the sulfur, so those two are gonna take up a little bit more space. But otherwise, so far, I think we're doing pretty good. Oh, it is starting to take shape. Look at this. We got some walls with some really cool designs, something nice and simple. We added extra water out here because guess what I forgot to do is set up the water. But once I got the walls, I'm like, oh, I know exactly how I want to set it up. So I got basically each one of these is going to be turned up to the maximum, and then basically have the water just basically pumped through the wall. And if we go inside, you can see it all just comes together and gets put into the system. Man, did we need a lot of water for this setup, because these 10, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We also have another 10 on the other side, and each one is going to be producing 300 cubic millimeters of water. Sorry, meters. Oh, I love that joke. Anyway, but we also got some lovely little drone ports over here, and I bet you're wondering, what do these little puppies do? Well, this gives me the bauxite that I need, and that's going to be put right into the system to go all the way down to where I need it. Yes, these little puppies are going to be great. I hooked up the batteries to them, but I have not hooked up the outputs to them just yet. Carrying on, we also got the top part a little bit better. I added a wall here, even though it was nice to see all the machines on the inside. I think the wall looks really good, especially with that nice pattern to break it up. We don't need some solid walls over here. We want some pizzazz, some style. And of course, oh my god, this is one of my favorite things that I did, is I added power storage, because what are power storage but batteries? So now we have batteries on our battery factory. I'm going crazy trying to build all this, and I've added a little bit more belts going down because, well, why the hell not? Looks amazing. Oh, so I put these ones through the center, and because I couldn't really have like a merger, splitter, whatever kind of thing, I kind of had it just going over because it was fun, and why not? And it really helps with having some of the stuff going down for all the good stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of belting work. Oh, but you gotta check out the back, man. Oh my god, look at this. That looks gorgeous. There's a few things that bug me on how it looks, but otherwise, I think it's coming along really great. I gotta find a few more things to hook up and move around, but otherwise, dude, this is looking fantastic. I love it. Oh my god, with the little slants. Oh, I get so pumped for my own stuff, I swear to god. But anyway, more building. All right, so next thing I had to set up was all these wonderful little drone ports. So we got the lovely Miner Mark III. We have that coming in and splitting off to the left and the right, and then each item as it's needed is going to be set up with a name. So everything's going to be battery. So if I ever need to look at any of the drone ports, all I can do is go over here, look it up, and then just type the word battery, and I just get the battery ones. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we got the battery outbound for the copper on the right as well as the left. That way we have the symmetry on the building, but look at this drone port. Oh my god. Just 5 tiles. Just 5 tiles wide. It has 2 lovely drone ports. Everything is set up. perfectly to whatever node it is. And it's not just that one. We set up a couple. So we have the one for the bauxite over here. We have all the way over there, we got another one for our lovely iron. And if we take a look at the map, you can see we got them kind of scattered around on the map. So from where the lovely battery thing is, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an extra one kind of hidden in here. In the general vicinity, we got another bauxite one over here. We just needed a certain amount. I know I could have taken this one, but we need a little bit more than that. So that we went for this one because there's a couple more we could use. We have our oil down here in the corner, as well as a couple more sulfur ones over here on the right. So we have 3 sulfur ones together because this takes a whole heap of a lot of sulfur. So as you can see, we have the lovely sulfur one a little bit extended out on here. And I love the fact that we can actually use these lovely pillars on the bottom to hold anything up if it's missing anything underneath, which really makes it look like kind of like a little airport kind of thing. I love it. And then, of course, we can go take a look at the one all the way over here. I got another sulfur node that was up here on top. And then all the way in the corner. Oh, man. This one was hidden very well. But, of course, I found it with the help of the radar. And I had to put 4 drone points on this one. And the main reason was so that it was evenly distributed. We have a sulfur on the right, number 3, and a sulfur on the right, number 4, a sulfur number 3 for the left, and a sulfur number 4 for the left. And this gets split up pretty much, not evenly, but definitely enough. So this one's pretty cool. Let's go check out that oil. And here we are, the lovely little oil plant. Look at this. Of course, we had to have these things, actually getting packaged up. And like I said before, the ratios on it are half as much, so I need twice as many. And I got a couple of these nice little oil extractors over here. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. One of them is a pure node. We have 2 normal nodes and, of course, an impure node. And they're kind of linked together just so they get a little bit more, dilution around them. But what the hell? That was weird. Sorry, that was some weird music over here. Man, the music that they set up for each biome is kind of cool. So you go to a new biome and you get to hear a nice new setup. Kind of, gives you that inkling to go and try the other new things. But anyway, back to the build. So we got this lovely little setup. It's just basically 3 floors right there, of course, and I got the impure one going up to the top floor because why not? And every one of them makes some lovely little packaged oil, the crude oil barrels. Those get put in here and shipped off, and we have a left, right, and middle one going there. So not bad, not bad. And as you can see, we got some empty containers in the system ready to go once we hook up some power. But now, on to the part you're all waiting for. What does the main base look like? What is the final thing of it? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, let's check it out. Yeah. Oh my god. This thing looks freaking amazing. Now this right here, this is worth a subscription. Man, I know I can be annoying. I know I get overwhelmed with projects. I know I kind of sound like Kibbitz a little bit sometimes, but this right here, being able to design stuff, oh, I'm just that good. Oh my god. But look at this thing. Oh my god. Everything has been designed, meticulously made, and you have no idea what I went through to make this work. So first things first, as you know, some things look a little bit different than what I did. See, the problem was I had this fully built, ready to go not too long ago, and something was bothering me. The way it looked, I don't know what it was. I do know what it was. See, the problem I had, the inside stuff, like this foundation and everything like this, that was holding up these wonderful blenders, was just kind of like floating there. And I tried putting walls on, and it just didn't work. The same thing with these lovely foundations holding up the manufacturers towards the end. They were just floating there. I didn't like it. It didn't feel like it was an actual factory, like it was being held up. It just kind of felt like cheating. Like a building cheat kind of thing. So, you know, I was like, I gotta get rid of it, I gotta fix it, but of course I tried fixing it the way that I had it before, how everything was set up, and it did not work. It was no bueno indeed. So I had to redesign, and boy was the redesign very fruitful. So a couple things to note, like up here we now have the pipes coming through the walls, and then of course getting split for the bottom to go down there. What this does is it makes it really easy to have one pipe going all the way up with a nice little pump up there, instead of having two pumps, one going to that one and one going to that one, because now we reduce the amount of pumps, but we also keep the nice cool aesthetics. Not to mention, it does look really clean on this level. Then, of course, we got the water going in on one way and the water going in another way. And the way I did this with no pumps is, check this out. So we have these pumps over here going all the way to the top. And up here, we have our nice little big industrial fluid buffer. And the great thing about this is it fits this space so perfectly, because otherwise we didn't have anything that was going here. And once it puts all the water in here and fills up, it kind of gives us a nice little head lift of about like 10 meters above this. So any water that's going down there that it connects to, basically we get rid of all those pumps. So with all these lovely pipes coming in, one of them goes up, up, and away, and the rest of them are all linked together. So the one that comes down actually comes down in the middle section, comes over here, and then they're all attached, and each one goes to different parts of the building ready to go. And there's like water everywhere, making the pipes was a painstaking process. But overall, oh man, it looks so great and so good. I love it. So yeah, we set up things a little bit different. We had a couple, you know, minor tweaks that we had more room back here and whatnot. But overall, oh god, it's glorious. It's so good. I love this thing, and I can't wait to turn it on. And I bet you can't wait to see it running. Let's go find the power plug, and we'll plug in the last remaining thing. Okay, so the last power line is like so, and that'll hook up that as well as the rest of the stuff on the map, and we'll see everything up and running. Let's go! It's coming alive! Oh my god. So awesome. All of them working at once. Dude, look at the height on them! Oh my god! Dang, they're just flying everywhere. Also, there is a thing to note about these lovely little drones, is you actually want to get in their vicinity when you turn them on. So if you turn one on and you're having issues with it, you might actually have to go to the place and just kind of be in the area. Now, of course, we can see these things getting loaded up and whatnot, so they can actually grab materials. Got all this bauxite coming in, almost a full 780 line on both. Oh, that is so good. Time to visit this little hidden gem over here. It's gonna have to fly through the trees, but as you can see, that doesn't seem to be a problem for him. And of course, Monsieur Crude Oil is working just fine. Oh, that is like perfect, having them come in there and just, oh, so good. It's so good. Look at all the hustle and bustle. Oh my god, wait, I need to see the map. Let's look. Oh, they're going everywhere. One of the things I love that these drones do on the map is they try to do the perimeter of the map instead of just actually going straight there and straight back. So they do have their own little flight path where people normally don't build, which I do like that because that means Coffee Stain has been paying attention where we're putting our crap and going, you know what? Let's keep the drones in this area. Very smart. These guys running. See, this is the thing. See, I might be so far away, those don't even want to activate just yet. Let's go fly over there and find them. So, yep, as we get close, they start to get up and start moving. Come on. Come on, little buddy, you can do it. And, of course, they're filling up with some lovely little sulfur, which we're gonna need a ton of. Whee! Alright, guys, what path are you gonna take to get over to there? And the best part is, so these batteries, so now I have 8,200 megawatt hours of power just in case, because as you can see, my max cons has kind of gone up a bit, and it keeps going up. Once things actually start turning on and being effective, oh, that is just going to skyrocket. So we're going to have to worry about power. Oh. But otherwise, everything over here is running so good. And we're going to soon see all this stuff start kicking on and turning on. Not too long. By the way, for all those that saw this lovely thing, here's what it is. Oh my god, this is insane. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different items coming up here in the top. Okay? And I needed each item to hit every single one of the 5 levels. So instead of just doing a 5x5, splitter and whatnot, I actually tried to make it where I get to the bottom, kind of a little cramped down here. So each one kind of comes in and gets split off for each level. Then it works its way up to the next level, gets split off. Then it works that way up to the next level, splits off, next level, splits off, so on and so forth. The only main problem was I have 5 inputs over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 2 sulfurs and the 3 base items. Caterium, copper, and iron. But the sulfur had to come over here. It got split one row for the top 2, and then basically gone down for the middle. Then the other one got split off for the bottom 2, then got merged in the middle with the one that was also coming from the middle from the top. And that one goes in there, which works out really great because if one starts to slow down, the other one can kind of pull up the slack for the third line, which is really good, but a huge pain in the butt for all this. Then, of course, we got all the lovely plastic being made in the center, and that is going to take some time as the oil... Well, it's going to be a while before oil gets in here and gets through the system. So we're going to let this run for a while and see how it goes, all right? Ooh, boy, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this thing fully running. So after 5 hours of letting this thing run, it has filled up quite nicely. Seems our little down part right now is going to be the alclad aluminum sheets, which are not producing as fast as I like them to. And there's a reason for that. So apparently the issue that we're having with bauxite is, well, it's a dumb one to say the least. So we have the bauxite coming in and getting broken up into 1, 2, 3 lovely refineries. Now the bauxite coming in, we have plenty. That is fine. I got more than enough. The issue comes in with the water. We have the water coming down here and is filling these up, no problem. Doesn't seem to be an issue. But the excess water from the other 5 is basically filling up the system, and that's stopping that from producing the aluminum scrap because the water will get filled up and it has nowhere for the water to go. Which is really weird because I tested the system and everything should be working perfectly. So I had to put a lovely little valve on here. I'm only taking in 200 water per minute. Yes, 200 cubic meters of water per minute. And this needs an extra 337.5. which, if I do that, it'll fill up the system. So the problem is I have to find that sweet spot where I can put enough water into it where it won't screw up the whole system. And that seems to be a tough issue, because I've even set these up to here to have a maximum value of 160 cubic meters, which, if we take a look at this is producing 157.5, and I'm even like fixing this one and that one and just testing to see where the problem becomes, but I can't figure it out. It just seems to lock up all the time for no particular reason. It has too much water in it. I don't know what's going on. I think there's a fluctuation in the amount of water that's being produced. It says 157 a minute, but I don't think that's accurate, and that might be the problem. So I set these two up to see if that would actually be the case, and they're producing less water, which means if I put this one at the 337 like it's supposed to be, it should be fine in the system. But nope, that locks up and causes everything. It's just a huge mess. Huge mess. I went on a huge rant on Twitch while I was trying to fix the system. But right now it's working at 200. I'll probably raise this up just a little bit, maybe 250, test it out. I put it up to 300 and even 300 locked up. But anyway, the batteries are up and running. They're working perfectly. Everything is backed up, ready to go, so it'll run perfectly once that actually starts working fine. And this is just amazing. It's just so much fun. Oh my god, I'm so happy with all of how this turned out. How every single thing works, how it runs for the most part. Oh my god, it's just beautiful and gorgeous. I just had to fly around here and show you guys, because, like, as I told you, I'm building all this stuff in vanilla. I got all my setup for tons and tons of material, but just flying around with mods to check everything out and be able to look around every specific thing is so well. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, see, we get more stuff in the system, but that's why we get outclad sheets, then the system starts pumping out a lot better. Oh, by the way, I changed up this top part to be a little bit more intricate, and then of course I did this nice little like battery thing over here for the nice little archway that I got on top, and oh, it looks amazing. But thank god I put the batteries on here. Check it out. This is how much I'm consuming compared to how much I need. These things will kick on ever so often and just ruin my system. So you know what we got to do next. After we finish this, oh wait, we're finished. Now that this is finished, we're going to go over to our power plant and continue the 100 nuclear power plants that we got going on. But everybody, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you do enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know, what would you do? Is this enough batteries? Do I need more batteries? 1,500 a minute, is that too many? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you guys in another video of fun and adventure, and maybe we can finally get some damn power. Bye-bye.